Hey, good afternoon. It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake, here back for another NBA Price Picks video. If you haven't checked out that early video, I will link it at the end of this video. And again, yesterday we were on a hot streak here. The early video went 6-0. Recap again a little bit on those. Murray over 9.5 assists. He went for 14. Bam over 30.5 points, rebounds, assists. He went for 36. Jimmy Butler under 5.5 assists. He went for 2. Kuzma over 20.5 points. He went for 36. Plumlee over 7.5 rebounds. Went for 10. KCP over 13.5 points. He went for 24. So 6-0 in the early video. The late one, we ended up 2-2 with a push. So again, on a hot streak. This slate is kind of so-so. It's a little bit better. There's a couple plays I was waiting on that aren't on the board yet, and we'll talk about them as well. But again, if you find any value in these videos, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and turn that notification bell on so you know when I upload these videos, as the lines do move a little bit throughout the day, depending on what's going on. So with that, let's just dive right into it. All right, as you can see, I have the PricePicks desktop version up here. If you don't have that PricePicks account, make sure you run over there, use that promo code DFSArmy, and get that 100% instant deposit up to $100. Again, we're kind of on a hot streak. Don't go crazy though, man. Play the same you always do. It's nothing worse you can do is to chase a hot streak like this. Just keep playing the way you normally do. But again, I got 4 more picks here. I was waiting on a few here. We'll talk about them. Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam are both questionable. And OG is already out. They don't have any Toronto guys on the board right now. I was really looking at Scotty Barnes. I was hoping we get something to him because I wanted to take the over on everything he had. Because if both VanVleet or Siakam are out, I want Gary Trent Jr. over points, Barnes over rebounds and points. So those are ones to keep out a lookout for. They're not on the board here, but if they do pop up, that's something that we can look into. But let's talk about the 4 plays that we do have on the board that I do like. And the first one we're going to go here is we're going to go Kyrie Irving, and I'm going to go over 5.5 assists on him. Again, going up against Milwaukee, James Harden is out of there. They don't have any Durant still. There's no Ben Simmons yet. So Dragic is going to play this game, but he's going to be on a minutes limit. So I still think Kyrie Irving's going to have the ball in his hands a ton here. So I'm not too worried about Dragic being on that minutes limit. Irving's got to play a ton. This game's going to stay anything remotely close. Massive 236.5 total in this game. Milwaukee favored by 9.5. But without James Harden, you know, he was basically playing almost 40 minutes a game, and he went over this 5.5 assist mark in 5 of his last 6 games without James Harden. So again, I know Dragic is a guy that has the ball in his hands a little bit, but being on a minutes limit, we could see Kyrie Irving, 5.5 is something I feel comfortable taking. If you want to look at over 24.5 points, I'm okay if you wanted to shoot for something like that as well, but I'm going to lean more on the assist. I just think he's going to have to get people involved if they're going to stay close. And if we look at Milwaukee's actually ranked 22nd in the league with assists allowed. So it's a spot I think that the number's a little too low. It should be at 6.5 or 7.5. So we're going to take the over on 5.5 assists for Kyrie Irving. Next one we're going to look at, we're actually going to go over to the Memphis and Chicago game. I really wish they would give us the assist prop here for Steven Adams. That thing was printing money forever for us, but we don't have it. So the next best thing I think we can do is Steven Adams going up against Vooch, which they're going to need his size for. We're going to go over 9.5 rebounds. He's hit this prop 8 out of the last 10 times. Went up against Chicago back on January 17th where he put up 10 rebounds. Now, the Bulls are ranked 7th in the association of the rebounds allowed, but again, they're going to need his size. We have a nice over-under in this game as well at 237.5 with Memphis favored by 1. So, it always worries me with the minutes that we kind of see out of him. But however, he gets it done in a short amount of time. Like you said, he's put double-digit rebounds up in 8 of the last 10 games, and I just don't see it stopping here. So we're going to go over Steven Adams' 9.5 rebounds. If you're looking at a book out there, and if you can get Steven Adams over 3.5 assist prop, smash that. He's hit that 8 out of his last 10 games, and he put up 6 assists against Chicago. So if you're looking for one out there on the books, go for I like the Adams assist prop more. We just do not have it available over here at PricePicks. So something that we can't jump on. So we're going to jump on the over rebounds. Next one we're going to look at again is an injury situation. We're going to look at Danilo Gallinari. They are hurting a little bit with injuries on the Atlanta side, right? No John Collins. Kevin Knox is questionable. Lou Williams is out. Like I said, and on the other side, Toronto might have a lot of their big guys out as well, which is going to open up more scoring opportunities for Gallinari. So he should be in the starting lineup again. We're going to go the over 14.5 points here. Put up 26 in his last game against Chicago. Played 34 minutes that game. If he's going to get the start and he's going to play, into the 30s, like I think he is, 31, 32, 33 minutes, he tends to crush and he puts up a ton of shots. In both games, against Chicago and Cleveland, where he played 33 and 35 minutes, he put up 17, 18 shots and crushed. So he's not shy shooting the ball. He has no problem shooting threes, getting to the line, 6, 4, and 6 free throw attempts in those 3 games as well. And it's something that we can just take advantage of with these injury consideration here. And again, I kind of hope Siakam and Van Fleet are out. It'll just help him on the defensive side, because Siakam is kind of long, and if he is on him, it might hurt him a little bit. But coming up on the questionable tag late in the day, I kind of feeling that they might sit. Atlanta's favored by 2. Toronto just got their butt kicked last night, so maybe they're just going to sit those guys out. And he's got an illness as well, I believe. So over Gallinari 14.5 points. And the last one we're going to look at here is we're actually just going to go right back to the well. We're actually going to go right back to well with Caldwell Pope, right? We don't have any Porzingis the Unicorn. He is still out. Satoransky got bought out by the Spurs, and he's actually going to be with Washington. I don't think he's going to be with them this game, but it doesn't matter. They need scoring. He put up 24 points last night in that massive game, played 43 minutes in that double overtime. Like I said, I think they're going to have some tired legs, but Cleveland's a good defensive team. But again, they don't have Garland or LeVert as it is. They just got Rondo's also out, so it's going to be Goodwin on the other side of the ball, and he's going to be looking to push the ball offensively a lot. So Caldwell's going to take a ton of shots. 14, the Brooklyn game, they got blown out, but 14, 18, and 15 in these 3 games that he went over since that trade deadline. And I think we're going to continue to see massive shots out of him as long as Porzingis is going to sit. It's basically him and Kuzma. I've been stating that a bunch. And he's been super aggressive. So I think this line should be closer to 15.5 to 16.5. And there's no reason why we can't go back to the well with KCP with over 13.5 points. So we're going to take him over 13.5 points. So a little recap here. Again, we're going to go Kyrie Irving over 5.5 assists, Steven Adams over 9.5 rebounds, Gallinari over 14.5 points, and KCP over 13.5 points. Again, not my favorite card in the world on a 6-game slate here we have on Saturday. So it's one of those things that play a little bit lighter than you normally do. I'm not feeling it. I know we've been on fire the last 2 days, and I love when we can get in a groove like this. But, sometimes you just kind of, not feeling the slate doesn't mean we can't do well. Hopefully we can, but just keep that in mind. I always want to be transparent with you guys and kind of tell you what's on my mind. So with that, I hope you have a fantastic Saturday. If you don't have an account over at DFSArmy, head on over there. Use that promo code CashGate. Give yourself 10% off, and you can check out our PricePicks tool, where basically it takes my projection model, pumps it up, goes up against the PricePicks lines, and it'll give you the best edge plays that are out there. As I update my projection model all throughout the day, it updates the lines automatically. So it's not a static tool; it's a dynamic tool that updates constantly. It's really fantastic. And head on over there. The link is in the description below. And again, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.